Hi everybody and welcome to this week's Tune In Tuesday. Here at Beach Guardian, one of the most important things that we do is collaborate with as many people as we possibly can. After all, our voices are louder together. So for this week's Tune In Tuesday, we're exploring one of our longest collaborations. We started this collaboration at the very beginning of Beach Guardian. Of course, I'm talking about our work with Every Can Counts.
Beach Guardian has been slowly building up for the last sort of decade of my life, and it's only sort of come to Beach Guardian in the last few years, and I think that like different parts of my life have all slowly been building up and building this jigsaw puzzle that's slowly started forming what Beach Guardian represents today, and it just comes from a sheer love of the marine environment and just wanting to protect it. And that started when I was a child, just loving the beach, loving Cornwall, loving everything to do with the ocean, and just wanting to become a marine biologist. And then when I went to university to study marine biology, when I was learning more and more about the ocean, I started realising just how delicate it actually was and how much it needed protecting and how many different problems there were. And plastic I particularly wanted to focus on because it was what I could see here on my doorstep on the beaches that I grew up on. So that's where it all started, just all these things building up. I think Every Can Counts was one of the very first initiatives we took on at Beach Guardian. Once we'd started doing the beach cleans and we were collecting all these resources and that kind of thing, and we were doing the education in the schools, we started thinking, well, now we need to start working with businesses and big companies that are kind of pumping out lots of plastic. And we heard about Every Can Counts and we really wanted to get on board, and we just thought it made so much sense and it was such a positive scheme that we could just see would work so perfectly in our community, and it did. Everybody took to it so well, and it was so helpful for us to be able to go into these businesses and say, yes, we do Beach Guardian, but look at these other things like Every Can Counts and etc. So it was really good in that sense to actually, as a starting point with businesses, and something really achievable for businesses to do, swap from bottles to cans. I remember up at Old MacDonald's farm, I've worked there since I was like 13 years old. So they were one of the first ones to get one of the green Every Can Counts bins. And it was just so nice for me to see this place that I've spent half of my life working at for a part-time job, adapting to all of these fantastic schemes to, have a better footprint on the environment. And it's just been wonderful to collaborating is a massive part of what we do at Beach Guardian. Not one person can solve this problem, not one group can solve this problem. So joining forces with as many people as possible has always been very integral to what we do, and to have Every Can Counts as a big part of what we do has been great.
11 years ago, as a family, we moved down to Cornwall, and Emily was a student at the local school in Weybridge, and what they wanted her to do was to go down onto the beach and pick up some natural things off the beach, so some seaweed, some sand, some driftwood, and bring it in to make an art project. But Emily was finding pieces of plastic on the beach, and what she wanted to do was to raise the awareness of plastic pollution then, 10, 11 years ago. We've always done beach cleans, and as we were doing the beach cleans, people wanted to join, so we decided that what we would do is create a Facebook page so that we could share some of the findings that we were having, and also to promote some of the beach cleans that we then started to organise. So that's how it started. I think that we just love on a local level that we are engaging with people in the community. I think that it's always started locally on a local beach, and then our local 7 beaches, and people in the community will come down. The fact that that's now grown to people coming further afield, people that are on holiday joining us on beach cleans, that is a really good achievement, that we've been able to regularly do beach cleans and have lots of people join us. I think as Beach Guardian, we always want to know solutions. We always want to know answers. We always want to investigate what is out there. And we were finding loads of pieces of plastic bottles. And of course, we knew that we wanted people to shift away from plastic bottles. But we appreciate the fact that people still want to have a fizzy drink. They still want to have a drink. They don't want to always drink tap water out of a reusable bottle. So what we wanted to do was to say to people, you know, we don't want you as a business to lose out financially. We appreciate that you're in business, and if you are going to stop selling drinks in plastic bottles, what are the alternatives? And when we found out about Every Can Counts and understood that a can be endlessly recyclable and that the aluminium is already here, it seemed like the perfect solution, especially when there is a way where you can actually isolate those cans and make sure they are being recycled. So to have an Every Can Counts can crusher, to have the recycling boxes, to have the materials and the posters that we could go into businesses and help them to do what they wanted to do with these practical steps, it made perfect sense.
So thank you so much for watching this week's Tune In Tuesday, and of course thank you so much to Every Can Counts for this fantastic collaboration. If you enjoyed the video, why not give it a like, comment or subscribe, and I'll see you next week for next week's Tune In Tuesday.